Hi everyone, happy 4th of July. It falls on Sundays with Sarah Day this year, so I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys something that I've been thinking about for a few weeks. I've been seeing more and more places post about it, and I'm so excited to make this for you guys. So, something for me that goes together, kind of like 4th of July or whatever. Some people say it's like getting a hamburger or an apple pie or whatever. For me, what's synonymous with 4th of July is ice cream. Some form of ice cream, just because I love ice cream all the time. So I saw this a few weeks ago from it's called Board Together in Muskego. It's like you can go there and like do like the wine and paint thing, as I would call it, but they also have some other food options, and they keep promoting their ice cream stuff, and they started to promote these ice cream nachos, and I was like, oh, I could attempt to make the actual like waffle cone part as like a flat disc and then chop it up into actually looking like tortilla chips. And I asked my mom to get my grandma's pizzelle maker and stuff, and I was going to do that. And then all of a sudden I went to Pick and Save, and they have Belgian waffle, they call them chips, Belgian mini waffle tub, but it's basically mini waffle chips. So Belgian waffle chips. So these might be a little bit thicker than what other people use. But then today when I was searching around on Facebook, I saw that Here's the Scoop is also doing it. So it's not hard to make by any means, and it's such a cool concept. Sometimes you get a waffle cone and it starts to drip down and melt before you have the opportunity to eat it. So here's your opportunity to be able to build it however you want, and then get your waffle cone bites throughout or whatever, however you want to do it. So I spent time this morning actually making homemade cookies and cream ice cream, but you have to let it sit in the fridge and get the flavors to meld together first. And then I put it in my ice cream mixer about 2 hours ago, and then put it in my freezer, and when I just pulled it out of the freezer, it was still rather soupy. And yes, you want it to be soft serve, but I don't want it to be quite that soft serve. So the rest of my family is going to enjoy it with our homemade cookies and cream ice cream. But I am just using, we had some Kroger vanilla. I think it's just the French vanilla magnifique is what Kroger calls it. So I have just a bowl here. I've seen it served a couple different ways. Something almost like an egg carton shape where you get to try some different flavors of ice cream in it is how one place was doing it. But I am just going to put the ice cream on like one side of my bowl and just give myself like 2 nice size scoops in here. And then, so that's like the base. Obviously, the chips could go on the bottom, but at this point, if you put the chips on the bottom, it's going to be hard to get to them. If you want to do that, go right ahead. Build them like true nachos. How I'm thinking of these nachos is more like what you would get at like Miller Park or something, where you're getting like the chips in one area and then you dunk them in the stuff on the other. So that's how I'm building this. So what I have for options here is I made cookies and cream ice cream, but then I had extra like crushed up Oreo topping. So I think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that on top of mine. And then I have some M&Ms, so I'm going to sprinkle a few of those on top of my stuff. And then, you got to have like your sauces. So I've got Hershey syrup and I have caramel sundae syrup. I'm a big caramel fan, so I'm going to get a little bit of that going on top of here. And then sprinkles. Actually, I'm going to do the whipped cream first, and then the sprinkles will go on top of the whipped cream. So the whipped cream would be your next layer. Ooh, it's fresh. I didn't realize that. Yes, fresh whipped cream. Boom on top. And then gotta have the sprinkles on there. I would do maraschino cherries, but I'm not a fan of the cherries. But a cherry on top of a sundae is a thing to do. And now I'm gonna take my chips. So I'm going to pull one of these closer to the camera so you can see them. I found them in the bakery section at Pick and Save. You may find them elsewhere. I tried to find them online, like if a company sold them. I couldn't really find it online. So I would definitely look in like the bakery department or ask in the bakery department if you don't see them. So now I'm just going to give myself my chips on the side. So just throw a few in here. One hit the floor. That one will go to the dog in a little bit. But I've got my nachos. And I'm super excited. I'm going to come show them to you guys. So I would still probably use a spoon to get into this once I, go down with the nachos a little bit here. But there's my nacho chips on the side. I've got my ice cream and my ice cream topping. So not hard to make at all. Everybody can obviously make their own. That's why I went with cookies and cream ice cream. It doesn't really change the flavor too much. I was originally thinking to do like mint cookies and cream ice cream. because I really enjoy mint chip ice cream, but that kind of limits the toppings that you could potentially put on top of it. You know, not as much with what I put on here, but if I would have had some sort of like strawberry syrup or something, that might have been a little odd with the mint chip. But we're going to enjoy this later. We're going to play with some, you know, small firework kind of stuff outside. We've been hearing our neighbors doing it kind of all week. We've got some sparklers and stuff for the kids to have fun with. We enjoyed the parade so much earlier today. So props to you, City of Waukesha. You guys did an amazing job on another great parade, getting all of that together. Thank you, everybody who put floats together. We truly enjoyed ourselves. You know, my son actually is starting to understand it, looking at all the lights on the cars and stuff, so it was fun. And we got to see quite a few people that were actually in the parade that we didn't know were going to be in it. I had a friend that was driving a vehicle. I knew that the fair was going to be in it. Obviously, with fair time coming up, that's a great time for them to promote that. And then my stepdaughter was actually walking in it because she's part of the Park and Rec summer program. And then our neighbor from her baseball group was in it. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to take a bite for you guys. I'll just use one of my chips, obviously. Got to get a little bit of everything. So you got to scoop down in there. Got my bite. It's got some Oreo, everything. Whoever makes these little Belgian waffle things, these could be good. Maybe like hard dipped in like melted chocolate. Do something like that for a party. Put some sprinkles on the outside of them. This could be a little holiday treat I could bring places. This is good. This is really good. Oh no, just like real nachos, the chip broke. Take one more bite for you guys. All right, that is delicious. I'm gonna enjoy this. You all, a little big bite there. Have a wonderful 4th of July, and I'll see you guys soon.